Hello everybody, it's Claire here from Sewn by Claire, and today I wanted to talk to you about this dress that I'm wearing, well these two dresses, both of which you'll have seen in the Twirl video, and this is the chalk and notch Marcel Dress. It features this lovely flat panel across the chest area with the straps that are wide enough to hide bra straps. It gives a nice coverage at the back. There's no chance of any cleavage showing here at all, and also there's this beautiful tiered skirt, so you've got a flat panel on the front and on the back, and then you've got your 5 tiers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers down the side here. And I just wanted to talk to you about this dress because I think it's one of those ones that I've not seen mentioned very much, but actually it's a really fabulous dress, I think, for a variety of shapes and sizes and also climates. So I'll pop my measurements up here so that you've got those so that you can compare, and I made this dress in a straight size 16 without any pattern adjustments at all. The thing that I have noticed is that I am slightly narrow shouldered, as I've found on other patterns, so in the future I may well just take a little bit out of the centre front but then add it back in again under the arms, and that will perhaps bring the shoulder straps just that little slight more for me, although I must say where they are now they do cover my bra straps really well, so I'm thrilled about that because I do prefer that look where you don't see bra straps underneath. I've made 2 of these and these are both in different fabrics. So this first one is the one that I made first, and this one's in quite a stiff cotton. I mean, if I just hold on to this, you can hear the rustle on this fabric, and hopefully you can see some of the stiffness there when I just crinkle it up. It is 100% cotton. It's kind of like the cotton you'd use for making like a Hawaiian shirt, things like that, so it's got a stiffness to it. And I chose not to interface the top because of the stiffness of this fabric, but the top is lined and I'll show you the inside in a minute. I also positioned the straps exactly where it said on the pattern, and those were fine. This cotton washes and wears remarkably well, and the dress is so cool. I mean, I live in southern Spain, and at the moment we've got temperatures of the late 20 degrees Celsius, and we're going up into the 30s next week. Obviously for the July and August it'll go even higher. So I want something that's got lots of float to it, lots of room for the air to move around, that's not going to feel too claustrophobic. But I really like the swish of this dress and the swoosh that as you walk. I think it's really got a really nice presence to it. I used 3 meters of fabric for each of these, and with some careful layout then I managed to get those cut out of the 3 meters. And also I have another one to make for my mum because she's tried mine on. She tried this one on and really liked it. Well, my mum's 75, 76 this year, so you know, as I say, it'll do for all ages and the climates, as I've already said. The dress is remarkably easy to make. There are no fastenings. It is literally just to slip it over your head and put your arms through, and just the style of it makes it really easy. So I could, whilst for hot climates I could see this being a really fabulous dress, but also for those that are perhaps postpartum or even pregnant, you know, there's plenty of room in the dress just for swooshing without any alterations. And because of the construction with having this flat panel down the front here, and as we can, I don't know whether you can see that or not, I'll zoom in on the camera for you, but there's a seam down here, and I think that with the careful insertion of some invisible zips, you could actually make this into a nursing friendly dress as well, which actually does extend the use of it and just appeal to lots of different people. I think it's a bit like wearing a secret night dress. It's just so cool and comfy that it's really great for that. I'll just turn this one inside out, and then you'll be able to have a look at the way that I've just lined this front and the back bodice here, but then the rest of the skirt is just free and is basically just gathered panels, and you construct the gathered panels first before then sewing onto the main front and back panels, and then you add your yoke afterwards, and the yoke's got a little bit of gathering on the front, and then if I turn my model around, a little bit of gathering on the back here. And if you didn't like it quite so full, you could actually then reduce some of that gather, I think, and still make it fit and still make it look lovely. The pattern also has cup sizes, so this is the size 16 in a CD cup size, and that feels like that's plenty to where I normally wear an E or an F in a bra, and there's plenty of room around here for that to work. I think if you wanted to twirl it, the only thing you'd need to twirl is this band here, just to see how that fits and how that fits on you. But again, it's a really easy and comfy dress just to master. So I do think it's beginner friendly. You just need to get used to using those tiers, and you just need to be able to keep yourself organised and learn those gathering skills. But you'll be an absolute gathering whiz by the time you've finished with this dress with the 5 tiers all the way down. I'll just turn this dress around and we'll have a look at the inside. Okay, so just on the inside of the dress, as you can see, I've lined this front of this panel of this dress. I've also understitched it as well, just to keep that lining nicely behaved. And also this section here across the back is also not interlined, it's not interfaced, it's just lined. And I've added my label, my handmade label on the back there. If you've not got handmade labels, they make a really fun addition to your makes, and really is a nice little finishing touch for those. I overlocked the panels, so I sewed them with my sewing machine first, once to attach them, and then once I've got them all attached, then I went back and I overlocked over those edges, and then I overlocked down the vertical seams to attach that back panel on. And hopefully if I turn this dress just the side slightly, you can see this construction where that side panel there, or the front to back panel, hit these lovely gathered side panels. I'm 5'4" and I made the standard length, and as you can see it hits me round about ankle length, which was great for me. And I didn't make any adjustments either for the height of this dress. It's a lovely neat finish on the inside. If you haven't got an overlocker, you could also use just a zigzag stitch on your sewing machine in order just to control that fraying, because there is a bit of fraying because of you manipulating the gathers as you're making those. I'll just switch the dresses over and then we'll talk about the one that I'm wearing. Okay, so just switch the dresses over, and this is the more tropical of the two dresses, which is perfect for being over here in Spain. And this one's made in a viscose fabric, 100% viscose, and I hope you can see how much more fluid this dress is in the handle of it compared to the one that I'm wearing, where it's just so much stiffer. But I really like the way that they both look so different and they move, whilst they're the same, obviously the same pattern, but actually made in these two different fabrics, you can just see how much more movement. I think this one hugs the figure a little bit more, whereas this one tends to keep the stiffness and just hold the shape. But I like both of them for different reasons. I think it's a dress that can take you from day through to evening quite easily. This viscose was only £5 a metre, so therefore with using the 3 metres for the size 16 CD that I made, then for €15 for a sundress I think is excellent value. The fabric for this one I got from a place called Sewing Bee in Nottingham, Stapleford, Nottingham in the UK when I was there on a recent trip. The fabric for this one was £8 a metre in this cotton, and that was from a local shop in Estepona, which is close to where I live. It's just a Spanish fabric shop that was there, and I just really like the pops of the turquoise blue on this one. So I just wanted to bring this dress to you really, and just to show you, because I think it's one of those unsung heroes that might make a really nice staple in your wardrobe. The pattern actually includes not only the maxi dress, it also includes a knee-length size dress, a knee-length dress as well, but also it has it in a tank version, both with the gathers and also with the flat panels as well. So it's like a panelled tee if you just want something loose and floaty on the top, but you're not bothered about having all of the drama down on the skirt. Then obviously you can just make it into a tank should you wish. So it's a really versatile pattern. And as I say, this is the Marcel Dress by Chalk and Notch Patterns. So I hope I've given you a bit of a flavour for it. I know the twirl videos can seem a bit daft, but I think it's nice to see it on a real body, and then to be able to see how the fabrics actually move and the difference between the two. And maybe you've got a favourite, maybe you haven't. I think they both work really well, and I thoroughly enjoy wearing both of these dresses. They definitely are my go-to when their temperatures start soaring. And I hope that they will be for you too. So thank you very much for watching today. If you've enjoyed this quick twirl and review video, then I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing to my channel. Love to have you along. And as I say, I have got some fabric to make this dress for my mum as well in a viscose, so I will be making this again, but I'll be doing a sew along video for this one. I also have some other sew along videos on my channel. Also, when you have a look at mine, you might see that I also do some videos on the Luna Lapping character, which is a toy stuffed rabbit. And what I want to say about those is, whilst you may look at those and be put off and follow my channel, actually those dresses are a fabulous way of learning different techniques, and I've got sew along videos for those characters and also for their clothes. But you're making things in miniature, so if you can manage to make something in miniature, then you can make something in full size. And there is a dress that's very similar to this, which is called the Summer, I think it's called the Summer of Love dress or Summer dress. I'll pop a picture up here for you. But it's very similar with the panels and with the tiering. And if you wanted to have a go at making something like that first in miniature, perhaps with your scraps, then you could have a go with that first before then you come back to have a go at making the Marcel dress for yourself. So I hope you've enjoyed this anyway today. Thank you for joining me today. Happy stitching, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.